Hey everyone and welcome. So you're a Canadian entrepreneur and you've got big dreams for your business, right? Well, you know that any big plan needs fuel to get going. Today, we're going to demystify the entire world of business financing. We'll turn what seems like a really complex topic into a clear, actionable guide. Let's dive in.
You see, financing really is the fuel for your business. It's that one essential ingredient that takes a brilliant idea from just a plan on paper and turns it into a real, thriving company. Without it, even the best business idea in the world is just stuck on the launch pad.
So, we're going to frame this whole process as a kind of quest, an adventure that really every entrepreneur has to go on. Now, I know it can seem intimidating, but just like any great story, it comes with a map, a few challenges to overcome, and of course, a huge prize at the end. And this is absolutely key. The goal isn't just to get a check from anyone who will give you one. No way. It's about finding a smart, strategic financial partner and the right kind of loan that's perfectly built for your specific goals. It's about finding the right fuel for your engine. Okay, so every quest has its gatekeepers, right? In our story, those are the lenders. And to get through their gates, you have to understand what they're actually looking for. And listen, it's not some big secret code. It's just a logical checklist that we are about to break down for you. So this right here, this basically decodes how a lender thinks. They're looking at your past, your present, and your future. Your credit score and how long you've been in business, that shows your track record. Your revenue and cash flow, that's all about your financial health right now. And your business plan, well, that's your vision. That's how you prove this loan is a solid investment for everybody. And to prove all 7 of those points, you're going to need the paperwork to back it up. Think of this as your adventurer's pack. Honestly, having these documents ready to go before you even apply shows lenders that you're organized, you're serious, and you're professional. And trust me, it makes the whole process go so much faster. All right, so now you know what the gatekeepers are looking for. Let's open up your financing toolkit. Inside, you're going to find a bunch of different tools, and each one is designed for a very specific job on your business's journey. Let's start with a really common one, equipment leases. The best way to think about it is like this. A capital lease is kind of like a mortgage for your equipment. You make payments, and at the end of it, you own the thing. This is perfect for, say, a heavy-duty truck you're going to use for the next decade. An operating lease, on the other hand, is more like renting an apartment. You use it, but you don't have to worry about owning it, which is perfect for stuff like computers that you know you're just going to want to upgrade in a couple of years anyway. Okay, this table breaks down the 3 heavy hitters beautifully. A term loan, that's your sledgehammer. It's a big lump sum of cash for a big one-time purchase. A line of credit is more like your multi-tool. It's flexible, it's there when you need it for surprise costs or just to smooth things out. An emergent cash advance? You can think of that as your emergency flare. It's super fast and you can get it even with not so great credit, but just know it usually comes at a higher cost. And hey, here's a powerful tool a lot of entrepreneurs completely forget about: government-backed loans. The Canada Small Business Financing Program, the CSBFP, can be an absolute game changer. Basically, the government guarantees a big chunk of the loan, which lowers the risk for the banks, and that can make it a whole lot easier for a small business like yours to get that yes. So, you've got your documents packed and your toolkit is ready. Now it's time to choose your guide for the journey. And this is a really critical decision, one that can seriously impact your whole quest for capital. You know, going to a traditional bank can be great. They often have some of the best interest rates, but they can also be really, really strict. An equipment finance broker, though, they're more like a matchmaker. You fill out one application and they shop it around to their whole network of lenders to find the absolute perfect fit for your specific business, the asset you need, and your credit profile. The bottom line is this: you're not just looking for a lender, you're looking for a partner. You want someone who's going to take the time to really understand your industry, what your goals are, and who's actually going to be in your corner, cheering for your success, not just someone who's processing your paperwork.
Okay, the money is in the bank. Quest complete, right? Well, not quite. The final leg of your journey is navigating the real world of financing, which, as we all know, can have its share of ups and downs.
Now, this is what you're aiming for, the best case scenario: a totally seamless process, a partner who's got your back, and a business that's ready to grow. It's the perfect example of a win-win, where a responsible borrower and a great lender just click. But there is another side to the story. And this quote is a really powerful reminder of the responsibilities that come with financing. When things get tough, and sometimes they do, communication is everything. Without it, you could risk losing the very assets you fought so hard to get in the first place. And this, right here, is the core lesson. Financing is not a one-and-done deal. It's an active relationship. The lender has to be fair and communicate, for sure, but the borrower also has a huge responsibility to manage their money well and, importantly, to speak up before things get bad. Real success happens when that commitment is shared.
And with that, we've reached the end of our guide. But for you, it's just the beginning of your journey. You've got the map, you've got the tools, and you understand the challenges ahead. The next chapter? That's all yours to write. The only question left is, how are you going to fuel your success?